Hello everyone, welcome back to Simulated Heaven. Now I'm in a game called Supercar Collection Simulator. I know it's a very interesting name for a game, and that rhymes too. But when I was offered a key for this game, it actually seemed rather interesting. It actually seemed that for a change they hadn't just copied what everyone else is doing for the shop simulators. It seems like they've added a few unique features. So I actually wanted to do a video to showcase this game. Bearing in mind it is very early access and it releases in a couple of days from now. So don't expect it's anything like a finished version. It does have some polishing that needs to happen. But anyway, I think that with what is there right now, there is a lot of potential, I think, with this game. Let me show you the first thing that I think is really great about this game. Most of these games have a really bad local area where your shop is, but not this game. Look at that. Doesn't it look great? Now, of course, in an ideal world, I would like to see that it is actually an open world map where you can drive around. And especially because this game is all about owning a model car shop, it would be awesome if I could drive to a car boot sale, rummage through their stuff, and find stuff for me to sell in my shop. But I am aware that this is an indie dev and they probably don't have the resources to have an open world map. So this is like the next best thing. If you are going to have like a limited area like this, at least they've added quite a lot of detail. They've made it look realistic, which I think is really good for the immersion. Look at this. It's great, isn't it? So yeah, that's the number one. That is the first thing I should say that I think is really good about this game. The second thing, let me just show you this area over here. Look at these vehicles. They look nice, don't they? In my humble opinion. For a game like this, they look pretty good, I'd say. And it's got like a Japanese vibe about it, which is nice. I like it. Now, the other thing, this is not only a shop. You are not only running a shop. Now, in real life, a lot of these shops are run by enthusiasts. And that means that they are also making their own collection at the same time as running a shop. This game is exactly the same. So I can sell vehicles here on the shelves like this, but I can also find singular vehicles of higher value. Like this one is $104. I've got one over here for over 1,000. So we also have these more collectible vehicles. So the way that it works is actually kind of cool. I like it. So I can open one of these boxes. So I can just pick up one of these boxes and I can open it. See? And I can open it again. And then it's like a little animation that shows me opening said item. And you see that all the values are different. So this adds a really nice extra layer onto this game, in my opinion. It's cool, right? And I think that if you're interested in this kind of thing, I think a lot of people, $8.92. I think there's a lot of people that would find this addictive. So yeah, it definitely adds a nice feature in this game, which other games like this, they don't have. As far as I'm aware, anyway. Maybe there is a game out there that I've not played that has this. Here we go. So we now have more vehicles that we can use to sell as single vehicles. But the thing is as well, like I said, there are actually a lot of players out there that are competing for the best collections. So I can look at the collection in the menu here. See, this is my collection. And then what happens is we also have this thing that's called insights, and it shows a leaderboard of everyone's collections. So yeah, this adds a real nice feature, I think, in this game where it would become a part of the game for you to build up a collection. So I can then hover over one of these. This only works on these supercar things. It doesn't work on the regular shelves as far as I'm aware. But yeah, if I hover over it, there's a green shadow. I click, then I can choose a car. And like with any other item in this game, I can click on the price tag. It shows me the market price, and then I can change it. I'm going to make it a bit more expensive. I go to approve, and there you go. I've just added a vehicle. So yeah, I think that's a really cool feature. So I found that this game at the start was quite grindy. So I did kind of anticipate this because I have played quite a lot of shop simulators recently, and very often they all at the beginning, well, they're all pretty much the same at the beginning, where you have an empty shop with one shelf and selling whatever you can afford, essentially. So it was very grindy at the beginning, so that's why I didn't do this video of that section of the game. I've been maybe on this save for a couple of hours, and I thought that now is a good time to show you, right? It's a bit more interesting at this point. So yes, I found at the beginning it was quite grindy in that the margins, the profit margins of the items I was selling early on was very low. So you start off, you can only buy the basic supercar box, right? And I was finding that the margins were really low. So the more you level up, the more you can, the larger packs you can buy, and therefore the less it will cost you for each unit. And then for some reason, this supercar box thing, this one you can see here on my shelves, for some reason, this thing sells like hotcakes. Now, I think this might be because it's early access, or actually the game hasn't actually released yet. So I think they maybe need to tweak some of the demand and some of the pricing, because there was quite a lot of items that I felt that the margins were so slim that you wouldn't have these kind of margins in real life, right? And then all of a sudden I found this product that sells like hotcakes, and it's at a fairly big margin. I have a margin of almost 35 here, right? So yeah, that's why I only have these things on the shelf. Also, after a while, when I started unlocking larger items, like these racetracks, I started to only stock higher value items. Firstly, for the reason I just said, that because the margin or the amount that I earn on each item is higher because it's a higher value item, I found that was a better way for me to build up some money, but also because unfortunately this game has not yet implemented workers. They will implement workers, but not yet. So that means it's me who has to do all the monkey work behind the till. So I don't really fancy having to scan many low value items. So that is the other reason why I've started going for high value items, and this item sells like crazy. So I'm only selling this item. It's not very realistic. Maybe they should have something in the game where if you don't have a good selection of items, that the customers are not happy and things like that. But at the moment, this works. So yeah. And then as you can see, we have these tracks. Now, I thought when I first saw these that they would be free for the customers to use, because when you went in a shop like this in real life and you see things like this, you would assume it's for free, right? For demo purposes, right? But no, this is actually a paid thing that they have to pay for, and you can set the price. And I found this is a nice little earner, right? So my idea is to make a larger shop. So in the menu, I can unlock larger areas in store, you see. So I can make this area larger. So my plan is to make this area larger and get more of these and everything, and then that will help me to be more successful and have more money. I do hope that they add more things that you can use to customize your shop. I can't find a way to redo the walls or the floor. Hopefully they'll add that in the future. I've only added a few of these posters. Basically, from what I've unlocked so far under furniture, it's not a lot, right? So hopefully you can see there's a few things here that I'm going to unlock, but I hope that they will also add more things in the game so that you can really, really customize your own store and make it look your own. But this is very early, right? So let's hope they work on that. Anyway, so I think I've explained a lot. Let's actually show you the shop open. So right now is 9 a.m. So the time freezes until you open the store, which is probably not that realistic, but anyway. I don't believe I showed you how to order things. Oh, no, I think I did because I ordered this shelving unit. Anyway, let's open the shop and let's see what happens. Now, the other thing I'll say about this game is that the workday is rather short. I would like it so that in the future, at least, that they allow us an option to change the length of the workday, because very often the workday in this game seems rather short to me. Here we go, we've got some people walking in. Now, people are sitting down to play with cars. I assume these are like slot cars, I assume. Oh, someone's buying stuff. Oh, and every morning you need to check the price tag to see if the market price is up or down, because that can affect the price that you have to sell at. Here we go. So then we need to start scanning items. Here we go. Now, change. One thing I like is when you're handing out change, when this red bar turns green, it's basically telling you that you have the correct amount of change. I really like that. Here we go. $6. I'm a bit slow today, aren't I? There we go. See what I mean? They sell like hotcakes. Like, again, maybe it's not entirely realistic, is it? $40 change. There we go. But yeah, this is how I was basically able to earn more money, because seriously, at the beginning, I kind of wondered if I was ever going to make any money. And then all of a sudden, found this product. Look how many she's buying. It's crazy. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty sure that they'll work on this. I'm sure that this is like early game issues. I'm sure all of this will get balanced out with time, right? Here we go. I'm going to have to go stock the shelves in a minute. No change. See? See how fast they sell out? This is crazy talk, isn't it? I mean, honestly. There we go. And this is another reason why it would be nice when they add workers, right? Because I have to stock the shelf and work behind the till. And when it's like this, it's kind of crazy, right? One other thing I'll say is I quite like in this game how the customers look. I've found in other similar games, the customers all look really weird to me. But in this game, they've kind of gone for a more cartoony look. But for me, I think it actually looks marginally better than the other games I've seen like this. Wow, we're crazy busy. Here we go. No change. I like that. It's a little bit annoying sometimes having to deal with cash. But hey ho. Here we go. See, we've sold out. You see? See what I mean? We've literally sold out of all of them in like no time. That's insane. That's what I was saying about this one thing just sells like crazy. And I'm going to have to order more now. So, should I put the price up a little? But you have to be careful because you can kind of... You know what? I'm just going to leave it. I'm already making 35 almost per one, which is a lot. That was just a small box. Right, we're going to order some more. These things are insane. They sell like crazy. They really do. Right, here we go. Purchase. Instant delivery. I don't know if I said in this video, but I hope in the future that they make it so that the deliveries are more realistic, that they're in a few hours and not instantly. Then it forces you to plan ahead, right? You know, I would like that. Right, let's go serve some people. I literally am not able to keep up with the people buying these things. Here we go. Cash. Oh, $2 change. Nice and easy. Like it. Okay. $20 change. Like that. It must be nearly the end. Yeah, it's the end of the work day now. That's craziness. So, 16 change. Nice. So, you see, I now have $6,000. And I've still got some stock out here that I didn't have enough time to stock on the shelves, you see. So, yeah, like, I would say that this game, it doesn't have loads of content right now. And I don't really know how much they're going to have this game on for sale, because it's not actually for sale yet. So I don't know what kind of a price that they are aiming for. But I do see a lot of potential in this game. I do like the idea of collecting the cars and then working out which ones you're going to sell, which ones you're going to keep, you know. And I do like the idea of owning this kind of a diecast car shop thingy, right? So yeah, like, I think they're off to a good start. I hope that they're going to carry on developing this game for a long time, and hopefully they can add a lot of features and a lot of customization. But so far, so good. I would love to know what you think of this game in the comment section below. So, as always, thanks for watching this video, and hopefully see you in the next one.